So, good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, the 8th of February. As usual, we are all gathering at this time this morning to do this morning chanting and reflect, and as well as some practice. So, this morning, again, you can see that lots of rain pouring down. So it's just over 3 weeks non-stop rain pouring. And unlikely, looks like not gonna stop for a couple of days. So meantime, daylight's increasing. As you can see that daylight, rather than 8 o'clock, we get a bit of a daylight. Now we're getting a little bit earlier. Same within the evening, rather than dark at the 3:30, around 4:30 or almost to the 5 daylight we are receiving now. Daylight is increasing, but the wind and the rain seems not gonna stop for another couple of days. When there is lots of rain, then it creates lots of water and also lots of other damages for the civilizations too, such as flood, leaks, and so on, landslides and so on. And in our cottage center, we also experience the water leaks in 3-4 places. I remember about 7 or 8 years ago when we had the roof done, partly roof done. The roofer mentioned that lots of nail sick, and he suggested that it is advisable to replace the roof, entire roof, and that was quite a bit of money at that time. And then this week again, when 2 roofers came around, and they also speak in similar patterns. So it seems like the cottage roof really needing upgrading, but probably for another project. May not be able to do it this year, maybe next or following years. When the water flows from the mountains, it connects to the sea. Whatever comes around its way, it normally sweeps things along with it. Like in our center, a road that coming to the center been fully wrecked. It's very difficult to drive. You have to be very careful when you're driving up. The water has washed the way and causing lots of damage on the road. Similarly, any river, any drench or any burns, the more the water there, it will just take everything with it. So this is the water flow from the mountains or the higher ground to the lower ground. In a similar way, when we are or untrained people, untrained in the practice of Dhamma, normally they also will be washed away with the greed and hatred and ignorance to this cycle of a vast rebirths, the ocean of this samsara. And someone having understood that it's sweeping them away, the water is sweeping them away, they try to grab different plants along the river, hoping that it will help. Grab this, grab that, but unfortunately, even that grabbing, very few would survive. Water, the stream of the water is too strong. So whatever you grasp, often if that's not a strong grip, or the plant, if that's not strong enough, then you will be washed away too. So it is very important that in order not to be washed or carried away along with the water of this greed, hatred and desires, one has to train properly in many forms and many ways. And the more we train, the more we become stronger and able to grip something that's solid much greater. So we'll be able to survive. And the survival, again, it's not just the survival, but also gaining the wisdom. And that wisdom will help to replace this greed, hatred and delusion to the love, kindness and compassion and understanding. Otherwise, we are simply washed away and coming back to experience suffering again and again in different forms. So training, that's why is very crucial part. And in the meantime, having someone who knows about the training, the Dhamma, is also essential. Once we have found, we got to diligently take care, diligently learn and practice in accordance with the instructions. And the instruction is nothing more than the creation or cultivation of awareness. Awareness that there's 5 aggregates, the life, the mind, body is something we should not be hold on to it. It's a subject to change. But someone who is not trained often take this life as their. This body is theirs and the life is it. So life is this body, body is this life, and go on. Not seeing the impermanence of it and not seeing the suffering that one is going through because of this, having this. And the third one, obviously, it's related to the practice. untrained person will take this mind body as their. Mind body is the life, and the life is mind body. So whereas the moment when we understand that this technique or this philosophy, then not only theoretically we are accepting that this mind body is impermanent and it's changing and non-self, due to the investigative analysis and through the practice of a meditation, we see different changes in our physical body, in our feelings, in our perceptions and formations and consciousness. Having seen in a micro level of these each individuals, then we realize that we should not be attached to it. Otherwise, we will continue developing further again and again and coming back to experience suffering in this samsara again and again. Therefore, the Buddha always instructed all of us to practice the Dhamma, to see this nature of a change, this nature of suffering, and this nature of non-existence. The moment when we have that, then nothing could offend us, nothing could puts on a troublesome. Whenever somebody says or whenever somebody does, at that time again we will not be disturbed too. We simply take that this is, that is, those are just an act that took place based on their understanding, based on the situation and environment. Nothing to do with us. So not taking that impermanent activities to disturb the mind. The moment when we are disturbed, then it's very difficult to see things clearly. So that's why it's very important that you are not disturbed by it. And further on, understanding that these are, in fact, not the permanent items, permanent things. So this is the practice that we develop. That's why when we are in the temple, we experience many different things. Whenever we experience those different things, we just need to maintain our awareness, maintain our calmness patiently, persistently, which requires plenty of loving kindness to oneself and then to others. Only a kind person can do such things. None of other people will be doing that. So, when we are fully trained with the help of Kalyana Mitta, then there is no problem, nothing to worry about. So take this opportunity that we are fortunate to have audience with the Buddha, his teachings and his community, and honest practice, which I think I have shared again and again, that despite not being born in the Buddhist community, often I feel very proud nowadays that my dedication and determination to learn the Dhamma has paid me off. So these are some of the insights for today. So with this, let's do the chanting.